Hello guys and welcome to this new video on the channel here. And first of all, I wanted to thank you guys. In the last week or the last couple of days, you guys have been killing it. My channel has been getting numbers that I have never seen before on this channel, and I wanted to tell you a huge thank you for all of you that watched my videos, like all of you watching my content, and I appreciate the support that I'm getting, especially over the last couple of days. You guys have been killing it, and thank you for that. The video that was getting like the most support basically was my customization video. So I did a video where I showed like how you can customize your guns and how you basically put sights on your guns and things like that. So I played a little bit more now and I got a little bit more knowledge. I also leveled up my traders to like level 2. Some of them are almost 3. So I decided to make a video on the best builds that you can have with level 2 traders. And yeah, so some of you guys probably just came here for the builds. You just want to copy like the meta builds. And these are like the meta builds that I'm using right now. I'm going to go into depth a little bit more in a second. I just wanted to show all my builds so you guys can like screenshot it and just use them. So first of all, I'm going to start off with the M4. The M4, let me put this in my stash real quick. So the M4 is using the long barrel. That's like the first thing that we're going to change as well. So we're coming to Gunny and buying the default M4, and then we're using the long barrel. The RIS handguard. We're going to use the shift grip. It's the best grip in slot. It has the best stats in my opinion. We're going to use the JPGS gas block since that's better than the MK12 gas block. Then we're moving ahead to the pistol grip. The pistol grip, we're using the MOD grip. And we're using the DD buttstock as well. So yeah, that's it for some of the attachments. For the mag, once you unlock level 2 Gunny, you can use 32 rounders. I would highly recommend using them. When it comes to the scopes, it's basically your choice. I just prefer the EXPS2 Circle 1 dot. Yeah, there's also the Circle 2 dot. They're both really good. It just depends if you like a small dot or like the circle around the dot as well. I personally prefer the 1 dot, but it doesn't really matter that much if we're being honest right now. When it comes to silencers, I like to run my guns silenced. So for that you will need the RC1 silencer and the SF3P adapter as well. And then if you want to run your gun loud, you can use the Carlson tactical muzzle brake. It will give you 25% advantage on recoil reduction, and yeah, that's like the best in stock muzzle brake for a loud M4. I can just show you like these are like the other choices. Hold on, that's the wrong one. These are like the other choices that you have. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, 25% is like the most. And when it comes to the other attachments, I checked out all of them. These are the best in slot. There is things you can argue about, like for example, on the grip, you could argue that some other grips have like more weapon handling or like more advantages on stamina drain. I just think that this build is like the best all-rounder build. You could also swap out, and I would recommend that if you fight like better AI from range as well. You could swap out the EXPS2 with a Spectre scope. This became like my favorite scope. Like you can only buy a Bravo in this, so you don't have that much of a choice. But I prefer it over the Bravo, and I will show that in a second as well. So let's get the gun out. That's how the gun looks like. And if we shoot it on the range, you will see, like when I'm holding my breath still as well, like this gun barely moves at all. I did a little bit of recoil compensation here. I can show you what it looks like. Actually, let me just buy another mag so I can have like a second mag as well. And some ammo, some cheap ammo. Hold on, there you go. And okay, there's some ammo actually in this as well, which is nice. If I am not controlling the recoil like at all, it will look like this. Goes up like a little bit, but as you saw, like it's pretty controllable. And even if you're using a spectroscope, like I can showcase that real quick as well. If I'm using a spectroscope, then it will look like this. Like I will control now. Like the smoke that's coming out on the front of the barrel, that can be kind of annoying, of course, but you can zoom in with this scope as well, and especially if you're fighting like good AI in Midnight Sapphire, Fort Narret, or Tiger Bay, I would highly recommend bringing a scope. And since on level 2 traders you only have access to these two, I would highly recommend on using this scope. Yeah, and that's it for the build. There is of course more details, like you can put a different handguard, different pistol grip as I said, but the stats on this M4 are probably the best right now. So moving on to the AKs, I decided not to include 545, especially for the reason that I do not have unlocked level 2 turncoat yet, and you will need him, or he will probably have some better attachments for the 545 AKs, so I decided to leave that one out for now, but whenever I get traders to max level, I will include a 545 AK as well, so make sure to keep an eye out on your notifications, since I'm going to drop a video on max traders 2 at one point. So for AKs, you want to look at Artisan, and Artisan is selling an AKMN with a pre-built pistol grip and a pre-built stock, and we're going to buy this AK, and like we can take a look on the pistol grip. It's the RK3. If we compare it to any other pistol grip in the game, this one, like this one is the default one, it doesn't give you benefits, but if we compare these grips, in my opinion, as you can see, plus 10% on weapon handling and recoil control, it's superior to these two stats. It just increases your stamina drain, but I did like small tests on it and it wasn't that significant, so I would rather take the advantage in recoil control. When it comes to the stock, you could use a Zukov stock as well. You will need a Zukov adapter in that case if you want to use that. So yeah, you can use that, but if we compare the two stocks, actually we will see that this stock gives more recoil control and a little bit less weapon handling, but I would rather care more about the recoil control, so that's why I'm going with the PT1 stock, and it's already pre-built on the gun, so you wouldn't even need to change anything for this build when it comes to the stock. So now we're coming to the more important parts. I actually left one thing out, which is the RP1 handle, so I'm going to actually buy this one later on to put it on my gun. Yeah, when it comes to the other attachments, we want to use a MOE handguard and not the RIS handguard. As you can see, the MOE handguard gives you recoil control bonuses. I already uploaded this video once, as some people of you might have realized. There was like a notification. In the first video I made the mistake that I used the polymer handguard because I thought you can't put grips on the MOE handguard, but we will sort this out in a second. So we can use grips with the MOE handguard, and I will show you how you do that as well. Moving on, there's two different options for you to put scopes on your AK. The first option is the one that I'm using right now, is the dogleg upper receiver. It's this one. You could as well just go for the BP02 side mount like in the first video and keep the normal AK dust cover like in the first video. It's also cheaper like that, since the side mount is only $100 while the dogleg is $200, so that's really up to you. I just like running the dogleg. I think it looks cooler, but if you want to have a cheaper weapon, you can use the BP02 as well. And now it comes to the silencer. We only have this one for choice, so if you want to run a silenced AK, you want to use the PBS01. Alright. If you want to run your gun loud, there's only one choice as well. Actually, there's two, but this one's like the default adapter, I think, and it's only 25%. So you want to use the DK2 muzzle brake if you want to run your gun loud as well. So yeah, that concludes it for all the parts that we can buy from Artisan. Hold up, I'm just buying the RP1 real quick, and as we can see, it will give a little bit of a boost on the reload time by 6%, which is kind of nice as well to have. Alright, and that concludes it for the parts that we can buy from Artisan, and now we're moving on to Gunny, and we're moving on to the interesting part of this, since we only have the Moe handguard for now, and as you can see, I have the, I can take this off as well. We have the M-lock rail with 5 slots. There's actually more of them. There's a 7 and a 9 slot, and even a 3 slot variant of this rail. Like, let me buy this real quick. I can show you, like, all of them fit on the Moe handguard, as you can see. We only have one problem. The grip only fits on 3 of these, coming from 5 slots and more. Like, we can only put it on the 5, 7 and 9 slots, so we can't put it on this 3 slot rail, so we're going to get rid of the 3 slot rail for now. And if we compare the prices now really quick as well, we will see that the 5-lock rail is the cheapest one, so I'm usually going with the 5-lock rail when creating this AK, but just in case if you loot like any of the other rails, you can use them as well, of course. And now, as you can see, we can fit a grip on the AKMN. So the things that you need from Gunny is, in this case, the 5-lock rail, and for the grip, the shift grip as well. And that concludes it for the AK. Like, we have everything bought now and built. So I will show you how the recoil looks now. Like, I didn't really control anything, and I didn't bring a full mag apparently, so let me fix that real quick. I'm usually playing these cheap $58 mags. No real reason behind that, because if you compare the stats on the mags, like, just look at the reload time, there is this mag here that you can use. It will give you -6% on the reload time as well. So let me just buy it for the case of being like meta. As you can see, this will reload a little bit faster, but nothing too crazy. Like, we have -12% now on the recoil and on the reload time, and that's me not controlling the weapon. It will go higher than the M4, but that's kind of obvious since we're using 7.62 bullets, and that means the bullets pack a higher punch. But if I'm like controlling the recoil, I just try to spray at head level. You will see there's a little bit of left and right bouncing like with the M4, but the recoil itself, like the vertical recoil, is pretty controllable. So that sums it up for the AK. Yeah, nothing too crazy here really. Like, my personal favorite weapon for full auto is still the M4. It's just a little bit more controllable, and I feel like since the bullets are flying faster with the M4, like, I just prefer the M4 right now. For the DMR part, you can build an SKS, like this build right here. Like, this mod pistol grip is the best one, then the shift grip, a silencer as well, and the DD buttstock and a sight, since you can't, like, I haven't found a way to put a scope on top of the SKS yet. I might have overlooked some parts, so in case you guys know, let me know in the comments down below. I will pin the comment if anyone found this. Alright, so if we use the SKS, it doesn't have full auto obviously, but it packs the good punch with the 7.62 bullets, just like the AKM. And when I'm just spam clicking this, like, that's me not controlling the recoil. I haven't moved my mouse a single time. And as you can see, this is really controllable. Like, we don't need to drag down basically at all. So let me buy a new mag, and I will show you how it looks like if I'm actually pulling down as well. So if we just look at this, we can just keep at head level, and this thing is kinda OP. Like, if you want to use 7.62 guns, I would recommend using the SKS over the AKM actually. Like, the recoil just feels way better, at least for me. And also, if you can left click really fast, it will make the AK kind of pointless, since it bounces a lot left and right, and the SKS just doesn't do that. Only downside is, for now, when you have turncoat only level 1, I don't know how it is with higher levels, you only have a 20 rounder mag, while the AK has the 30 round mag anyways. So yeah, and I haven't found a way to put a bigger scope on top of the SKS. There might be a way with higher level though. We will see about that soon as well. Alright, one thing I didn't cover yet is the bullets, since you don't want to do a pea shooter weapon. First of all, when it comes to 5.56, we have been using FMJ with low level traders, with level 1 traders. I changed that up to M855. It feels like with this bullet, enemies drop the fastest, in the, like with 5.56 at least. 5.6 Tracer is not too bad either, apparently. Just for me, it didn't really seal the deal. I don't know if it's the hit reg or why. I haven't done like intensive ammo testing yet. I'm still going to do that soon. But also the tracers kinda can give away your position if you're like PvPing and sniping people. So I would recommend for now M855, since in my opinion it drops the fastest on the 5.56 category. When it comes to 7.62 bullets, I would recommend you guys to run PS ammo. I think PS ammo is the best in-slot ammo for level 2 traders, and just use it. Honestly, it kills enemies fast. M855 and 7.62 PS can drop all enemies in Tiger Bay, Fort Naurit, and Midnight Sapphire very fast. Usually one-shot headshot as well. And that kind of concludes it for the video. Let me know in the comments down below if I have missed out on anything. I'm just gonna open up these builds real quick one more time, so you guys, if you guys kept watching, so you can copy them. If you have any ideas or any thoughts or any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'm more than glad to create a video if there's people asking questions to a certain topic, or if you need tips and tricks. I'm currently working on some other videos. I'm working on getting my traders max so I can make a video on the best loadout that you can use, for example. I think it's kind of important to know about that as well. And yeah, that's about it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and a comment down in the description below. If you use like any other weapons that you like or would like me to show, let me know in the comments down below as well. One thing that I didn't mention, or I want to mention here, is I want to do a video on snipers, but since Banshee is apparently selling M700s, I kind of want to level him first, so I don't only make a video on Mosins, because like that's the only sniper you can buy right now. I kind of want to level up Banshee to compare multiple snipers with each other. And yeah, that concludes it for the video. I hope you liked it, and see you in the next one.